Hey yo, how's it going everybody, man? I know you guys did not think I forgot about y'all. Y'all probably are thinking that, oh, Leo was just bullshitting about being back on the grind. He didn't upload yesterday, so he's not gonna upload today. It's gonna be like another week or two. No, okay, I apologize. I'm still very bad with time management, and that's actually something I definitely want to fix that this year. I need to get better with managing my time. But yeah, I apologize for no upload yesterday. Just had a lot of things go on. Eventually it was too late, and I didn't want to upload a video for you guys like at 11 p.m. like 12 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah, I apologize about that, even though this might be going up around like 8 or 9, but I feel like that was like a little bit late, so I apologize. But if you guys do enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button down below, guys. Check out all the previous uploads I've uploaded this year so far, if you guys may have missed anything. So as the title says, this is indeed week 4 of the Arcanine9 league that I'm in. Now the reason why I didn't do a little team breakdown thing before the match here is because this was a battle against my good homie Mr. KyleRare. This was a meme battle, honestly, because we figured that in our division, me and him were at least like the top 2 out of like 5 that we're going to well 3 or 4 I guess, that we're gonna definitely most likely make it to playoffs. So we figured that if this is just a throwaway game, it doesn't really matter, because then we can really go all out in playoffs. So that was kind of the idea behind this match, which is why I didn't feel the need to do like a little team breakdown of just a meme team that I ended up bringing here. So looking at the threats at the beginning of the match here, sorry, Coco could be annoying if I lose Donphan. Decidueye could be annoying if it's set up. And that's really about it. I guess Victini could also be problematic. My game plan was to either try to win with my Resto Chesto Recycle Mesprit or with my Swords and Shaman. So that's kind of my idea going into this game. So it turns out his Decidueye Scarf, which is actually really annoying because he's going to be able to 2KO me, which is why I switch out here as he makes a good switch into his Silvally Dark. I have the Power Up Punch. I figure that I can do some decent damage to this Silvally, but it does nothing. That did way less than I was expecting. And even though Power Up Punch is like a base 50 power move, I think, you would think that after super effectiveness it would do a little bit more damage, but it always feels like it does no damage whatsoever. Even after like a +1 boost, it's still doing little to no damage. As you see here, this is that +1, and it doesn't really do much more than what the first Power Up Punch did, as he then goes for a Swords Dance. And now this is a turn he most definitely is going to go for an offensive move, and I still have a lot of use for my Jirachi later in this match, because I think it's like sub Power Up Punch with Zen Headbutt. And I forget the last offensive move. I think it was like Thunder Punch or Ice Punch. I don't quite remember. I think it was Thunder Punch, because in terrain I could do some good damage to things that don't resist Thunder Punch. I think that was really my thought process behind it. So I sack off my Infernape. The best thing I have to take a hit from this Silvally is my Donphan, unfortunately. So I bring it in here, as that does entirely too much damage, because this is indeed an Assault Vest Tapu Koko. This was a meme battle, but I figured Assault Vest Donphan, even though I called it Tapu Koko, Assault Vest Donphan was really good just for Tapu Koko in general. So I figured that I'm gonna bring it regardless to the rematch, so I don't really care if he knows that I'm Assault Vest. As he brings in the Lickilicky, I figure I can take any hit, so I'm just gonna go for the knockoff, right? No, he has Hyper Beam. He has the Hyper Beam. Above that, he has Choice Specs Hyper Beam Lickilicky, and I was like, okay, that is applause to that one. That is pretty good, because out of all the Lickilicky sets I expected to see, I did not think he would actually be Choice Specs Hyper Beam, and that's amazing. So I can bring in my Greninja here, get up my spikes, because again, my game plan is to hopefully try and win with my Swords Dance Quick Attack Shaman. So spikes and rocks are going to really help that out. And now that I've been able to get rid of the Silvally Dark, I have my mono attacking Mesprit in the back that could potentially win. The only things that I need to factor in now are weakening the Victini, Aggron, and the Tapu Koko, which hazards will be able to do. So if I can kind of force some switch outs, then things should go very good in our favor here. So I ended up going for the substitute with my Jirachi, as Hyper Beam still did a really good chunk of damage, and in comes the regular Aggron. I do decide to go for the Power Up Punch here. This is 4 times super effective, so it actually does about like 20-25ish%, which is really nice, because even though he most likely is going to Mega Evolve now, this next Power Up Punch is still going to be at +1, and then from there I can try to go maybe for Zen Headbutt, maybe play some Mind Games and substitute, as he may try to go for Stealth Rocks or something along those lines. Maybe he's like Curse Aggron, for all I know. I have no idea. So I decided to go for the Power Up Punch here, do nothing because of Filter, and Mega Aggron just being a purely bulky, disgusting monster, honestly. So he's gonna break my sub with the Earth Power here. I do have the Zen Headbutt because I didn't want to be a cuck and bring Heart Stamp or the Iron Head, which I honestly could have, but I figured, hey, Zen Headbutt can miss. It's 40%, so it's still not really the best thing I can bring. But I don't get the flinch here as he gets up his rocks. That's fine, though, because if I can flinch him the next turn, that's going to be really good, because I'm going to have a +2 attack Jirachi that's going to force in, most likely, his Decidueye or his Victini, which I'm hoping he'll bring in Victini instead of Decidueye if I do knock out the Aggron here, which unfortunately I don't. And then Earth Power is going to be able to do a solid chunk of damage to me. But the next turn, I will be able to finish him off regardless. And then, if I can force in the Victini, getting off that chip damage with hopefully another initial round of chip damage will guarantee Victini weak enough to where I can maybe win with my Swords Dance Shaman in the back. With Quick Attack, if anything. So I knock out the Mega Aggron, and down it goes. But not before he was able to get a Brox, as in comes Tapu Leo here. The Tapu Koko. This should have been shiny, Kyle, damn it. Should have been shiny Tapu Koko. It's the only Koko that's acceptable. And I figured that he's just going to knock me out here with whatever electric move he has. But he has Iron Defense. And then it turns out that he is a mono-attacking Tapu Koko. And I lost my Donphan. So yeah, this is really bad if this starts going for more than one setup move, because I have nothing really good to answer. Like, I have my Shaman in the back, but it's still going to be able to just boost up, and if it has Roost, it can eventually Calm Mind up to +6 and potentially beat my Shaman 1v1, because even though I can Sword Dance to +6, he can Iron Defense to +6, so at that point we're just both kind of neutral on the physically defensive side. But he's got the +6 in special attack on especially offensive side, and that's really not good for me. So he ends up busting his Z move on my Jirachi. That is perfectly fine by me, because I can go ahead, bring in my Shaman here. He probably thinks I'm going to go for like an Earth Power or a Seed Flare. Oh, no. We do have the Seed Bomb, and I thought that he wouldn't have the Roost. Well, I guess that was foolish thinking in hindsight, because if he is Double Dance, he's going to have Roost. So I probably should have just gone straight for the Sword Dance in this scenario instead of going straight for the Seed Bomb. At least that way I could have been instantly a +2, and whatever comes in if he did want to switch out is going to get absolutely smacked, and I might have been able to force him to stay in instead of switching out here. As in comes the Lickilicky. I don't know if I can actually knock this thing out at +2 Sword Dance. I don't remember if I was Adamant or Jolly. I want to say I was Adamant here, because the fact that I'm able to knock out this Licky at about 70% is kind of impressive to me, even though, yes, it is clearly an offensive Lickilicky, as we saw by Hyper Beam. It still has pretty respectable bulk. Like, Lickilicky is really fat. It's definitely a mon that I want to use sometime in a future draft, because I've never got around to using it, and it's always been on my radar. But just things like Miltank and Snorlax just always seem more appealing. But I digress, as he ends up going for the Trick Room here with Victini. I just thought I was going to sack off my Mesprit here. But because he went for Trick Room, I'm thinking, okay, he's faster than me. He's going to V-Create me, and then I can go for the rest. But no, I outspeed him in the Trick Room, and I basically just waste my Resto Chesto Mesprit here. Because it turns out that even after his first V-Create, I'm still going to be faster than him in the Trick Room, which I did not expect. Otherwise, I would have gone for Psychic, and then I would have gone for Rest this turn. And I really misplayed around this thing, because I figured that I was gonna be faster than him. And actually, no, he ended up misclicking with the Trick Room here. But he can just set the Trick Room up again, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. So even though he messed up and I messed up, my mess up was way more important than I think his mess up here with him going for another Trick Room. So he's just gonna go for the V-Create. There's literally nothing I can do. I can't switch in Greninja. My Shaman's gonna die. Mesprit pretty much is just gonna get 2 KO'd. My only hope is that maybe, just maybe, my Greninja can live one V-Create, and then I can try to knock him out with maybe a Dark Pulse or a Water Stab move. That's like the only hope that I have at this point. But my Greninja is not running any type of bulk, so the chances of me living are very slim to none, as I bring in my Shaman, hoping that I could force him to go for the V-Create. This way I could bring in my Greninja, and then that way he will either allow me to survive, or he's going to lower his defense this turn, and then if I live, he lowers his defense one more time. So then maybe a quick attack from my Shaman can knock him out, because if my Shaman can knock out this Victini with the quick attack right here, I still have a solid chance to win this battle just with Shaman alone, and that is something I am willing to take as I bring in my Shaman here after his V-Crate. I did not live, but I'm going to go for the quick attack in hopes that I get a crit, but not even a crit would have knocked him out. Unless I had Psychic with Mesprit, and then I had got a crit here with the V-Crate. That I might have been able, a crit with the quick attack, I might have been able to knock him out. But yeah, unfortunately, that is how the cookie crumbles at times. I really didn't misplay with my Mesprit there against the Victini, but I didn't think that I would still outspeed him in the Trick Room. That was something I should have looked up, honestly, but again, it's just a meme battle. It's not really too much of a serious game, but still was hopefully trying to win there. Unfortunately, we do end up losing 2-0 here, so this is our first loss of the Arcanine9 lead. We have week 5, and then if we win week 5, we're guaranteed in the playoffs. If we lose week 5, it depends on who else potentially loses in our bracket. So yeah, hopefully we can win week 5. If not, then hopefully we still have a chance to make playoffs regardless. So with that being said, hopefully y'all did enjoy. Hit that thumbs up button down below, guys. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. Don't worry, I did not forget about you. I will definitely be uploading another video tomorrow. I want you guys to lose the thoughts of me not being on the grind again, because I'm here. Uploads will continue. Yesterday was just a bit of a blunder on my part. Don't worry, we are back on track. So with that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for watching. Later, everybody.